Welcome back to Michigan International Raceway Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. After close to a 3-hour delay because of a lightning storm and rain, the track is pretty well dried and cleaned up. Engines are being fired, and you can expect the green flag to come very shortly. Those of you who are just tuning in late up to this point, we went green at about 1:10 p.m. Eastern due to the rain. They pushed the start time up 10 minutes. And we didn't even get out of the second turn before the 4 of Dylan Murway spun and smacked the outside wall. He will not be continuing in this race, and Dylan Murway will be saddled with his first last place finish of his career. So we're going to be racing now with 33 cars on the racetrack. SportsCenter Cup Series has led the opening lap so far. We stopped the race on lap 2, and now we have 8 more laps. But the question is, will we be able to make it all the way to the finish? Or will we be racing to halfway? We have had one shortened race due to rain earlier this year back at Texas in late March. So hopefully we can get the remainder of the Pioneer Audio Sound Systems for the Pioneer Sound Systems 400 in sometime today. Which the weather right now, it's just overcast, cloudy. There was a bit of sun earlier down in 1 and 2, but eventually that was obviously taken over due to the massive wall of rain in turns 3 and 4 that would eventually envelope this racetrack. Remember, qualifying was canceled last Saturday or yesterday due to lightning. And remember, SportsCenter Cup Series is one of the drivers. He is currently 17th in points, just 2 away from Hunter Miller, who's currently riding in 16th as of right now. I'm sure a win would obviously give him a ticket to the playoffs. So, anyways, other things we should watch out for. When's the next rainstorm? Are we going to go green all the way? Or are we going to be racing to half? According to the skies, it looks like we might be going all the way where we're at right now. However, if we look to the skies, there is a really big rain shower that is coming towards the speedway. So I guess now it's going to be a case of race as far as we can. Also, with the green racetrack, talks of everybody trying to find another groove, find different grooves, especially since we ran one actual green lap, and even that wasn't at speed. Yep. Anyways, here we go. Pace car is beginning to pull off, and after a 3-hour delay, we are going to restart the Pioneer Sound Systems 400 at Michigan. SportsCenter Cup Series did take the outside. Nobody was going to pit because we've only ran one unlapped. Even then, it was under yellow. And already SportsCenter Cup Series gets pushed ahead of the 24. Everybody's going to be calm. Oh, already we got a guy going 3 wide. Probably towards the back of this group. That's Josh Molinbach. He wants to take advantage of this new green racetrack. Now we got guys going 3 wide towards the middle of the group of the pack right now. During the rain delay, Dylan Murway was released from the infield care center after his incident at the start of the race, and he's standing by with Marty Snyder. Marty. Dylan, it was quite an early exit. Last place finish of your career. Can you tell us what happened? I couldn't really tell. We were trying to get up to speed, and looked like the 2 tried going 3 wide. And air is so dependent. The 3 was trying to suck down and keep his spot. The 2 sucked the air off, and I think the 3 just got loose It slammed into me. I tried my best to save it, but then I thought if I spin, I'm going to take more than myself out. And then the car just overcorrected and I smacked the wall pretty good. Honestly, I really hate it for the guys. They brought a strong car here the past couple of years, and I've been wrecked after a rain delay. So hopefully next year when we come to Michigan, there is no rain, and we can actually get the race in at its advertised start time. Tough break, kid. Tough break for Dylan Murway. At least he's trying to stay optimistic, because it was announced that earlier if him and the 24, the 1 and 2 point man, started today's race, they were going to be locked into the chase no matter what. It was obviously due to them being so consistent all year, but obviously Jacob Tube had way more wins than the 4 car. Compared to Jacob Tube's 5, Dylan Murway only wins. Dylan Murway in the 4, he only had 2, but he had enough points with how consistent he was that he was going to be in either way. Already in today's Pioneer Sound Systems 400, Sports Center Cup Series is beginning to pull away. There may be engine issues on the 48 car. Bill? Chad Knaus, Nate Sherman got in the radio and told crew chief Chad Knaus that we're down a cylinder. He's been way off the pace ever since the restart. He ducked down a line behind the 3 and said we're down a cylinder. I'm losing power. I feel like I'm blowing up. He is down and out of the way. Hey, here's what Nate had to say. I think we just dropped a cylinder, guys. We're down a cylinder. Get to the pits. Get to the pits. Get to the pits, please. Get to the pits quick as you can. Stay out of the way. 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 Already they're catching lap traffic. With the 27 and the 11, they are already catching lap traffic. Obviously, with everybody being so strung out here. And, Smoker down on, he has gotten out of the way. Wait, see, they have gotten the hood up on the 48. Obviously, not a good way to restart. He said he had a fast car in the Friday session. But look at that. But anyways, up front, the 16 is basically being pushed by the 11, which it's not normal. Every day you see a lap car being pushed by the leader, which is what the 11 is doing. Nate Sherman they're putting the hood down and they're telling him to go behind the wall. They are done. More news on the 48 situation, Bill? You heard one of the crew members signal to Chad Knaus that they're to put the hood down and bring the car to the garage. They are done. They are done for today. Obviously, tough break for Nate Sherman. He had a lot of hopes because he won at the sister track out of California earlier this year. They brought the same car. He had a strong run here in June as well. But obviously not going to be the case today. Let's listen to Scan All 43 as we listen to spotter coverage from Chris Lambert, the spotter for the 11. All right, middle, 3, middle, You're doing great, bud. 19 and 24 trying to negotiate their way around. 19 and 24 trying to negotiate traffic. Trying to negotiate traffic here. You're doing great. 29's up front. 29's up front. Don't know what the hell the 29's doing. Don't know what the hell the 29's doing, bud. Just get out of the damn way. Ooh. Oh, wow. Looks like the 29 got way loose just a few moments ago in turns 3 and 4. Clear. You are clear at 56. Next cars in front of you are the 7, 15, 1, and 88. They are for being put a lap down. When you really think about it, the more lap cars these drivers get boxed in behind. Fine, as you see, the 19 did start to negotiate his way through, not with a little bit of aggression in this knot just a few moments ago. You see this 19 drove in. Oh! Put the bumper to the 16. Now the question is, if we looks like we might be going green the rest of the way. There are 5 laps to go today at Michigan. Obviously with the rain and all that. With the rain, everybody expected the race to go a lot later. And I don't know, around about an hour ago-ish. Give or take. But the way these guys have been, obviously with the rain delay, the 3-hour delay, we see a lot of guys are taking advantage of the arrow push to get lap cars out of the way, which so far seems to be a problem. As you see down in second, the 19, it's only 0.4 of a second off. Oh, down in the wall, backstretch. It's the 18. It's like arrow push. Yep. We do stay green. Nope, caution's out. You okay there? So involved is the 10. And it looks like they may not be done yet. Now, with the way this race has gone, what do you do if you're anybody in the top 5? If you're somebody like the 11, the 19, the 78, the 31, or the 24? If you're a guy who's won, you got nothing to lose. You can come in, pit for fuel, but at the same time, there's so few laps left, and we've ran this race for so long, ever since the red flag. Which means that we could possibly see a lot of takers on this restart, this caution. A lot of guys coming down pit road. The 11 car has done something nobody's done in Michigan International Speedway history. Lead the entire race from the drop of the green, which it looks like the 20 is going to be the only car that's going to stay out. So is the 6. Only reason the caution came out was because of how slow of speed the 18 and the 10 got. Anyways, Chris Washer is probably one of the luckiest men in Michigan right now because he was about half a car length away from being put a lap down by the 11. So he gets the free pass. And ever since the race was restarted, it's been close to 2 hours. The time of this race, it's been about 2 hours, little over 2 hours. So again, getting close to dinner time on the East Coast. Only 4 cars have stayed out. The 20, the 83, the 5, and the 14, which means this is going to be a wild restart, I have a feeling. Keep in mind, these are 3 guys do not have a win, or ahead of this group. There's several drivers behind them that do have a win. While we try to figure out who is where and what is what, let's look at our Wendy's, our race menu, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. So, anyways, after this, we're going to go to the Thursday night race in the Windy City at Chicagoland and Speedway. Coverage for that begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern with the Credit One Bank Countdown to Green served by Sonic, with qualifying being at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And then a few days after that, we're going to be down in Sebring for the final road course visit of the year. Coverage for that begins at noon Eastern on NBC with the pre-race show, and then at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, Sun Energy 1 220 presented by the U.S. Air Force. These are several guys that are on the front row with old tires. I bet a lot of these guys are those 4 that that stayed out. It's going to be interesting. Here we go. Oh, a lot of guys begin to buzz the tires. Okay, looks like the 83 is run out. We got people running out of fuel all over the place here, as it is a land rush towards turn 1 as we got one spinning down on the inside. It is Paul and Moon, it looks like. There's cars banging into each other all over the place. 83 sputtered. Spinning. Got one spinning down low, spinning down low, spinning down low, spinning down low. We got cars banging into each other all over the place. There looks like some smoke off the 2. Here comes a 78. He's doing the same move Dylan did on the 48 back at Loudon. The 88 has gotten back going. We do stay green. Coming to the line. We have reached the white flag has waved one more time around Michigan. Still side by side. How about this? The 24 trying to stick his nose in. He's got every right to go for a win as much as the 78 and the 11. 3 wide going down the backstretch. And around he goes. Hard into the wall. Let us know. Come on. Down. And we are continuing to be green. Still green. Through turn, off the turn 4. It is Sports Center Cup Series winning at Michigan. Amid a wild last lap. Wow. I'm a little worried about that 24 car. Oh, he's got the window net down. Worried about Jacob Tube. He took a whale of a lick on that outside. Yeah, and it looks like he was battling with the 78 for second. Great freaking job all day, all freaking day. Every lap, the 11 of Sports Center Cup Series led every single lap, all except at 2 to go when the 78 came off of turn 4. Jacob Tube has gotten the winner down. Anyways, to show that we're going to show this incident between the 24 and the 78. The 11 was side drafting the 2, and then I think the 24 tried to get in line. Oh my god. Oh, he just did the 78 turn him? I think. Yeah. Yeah, he did, but at the same time, it's last lap. You're not going to lift. And I mean, sure, the 24 was trying to go for second too with the 78, but if he lifts, lifts middle of the backstretch, he gets passed by the 22. That is still a big hit. See how high that car got? So there's that. Well, afterwards, we were supposed to be done about 2 hours ago, about a little over 2 hours ago. Obviously, with that 3-hour delay in the middle of the race. Very low attrition today. I'm impressed. Only 2 cars failed to finish. And Dylan didn't even complete and the 4 didn't even complete a full lap. And obviously, Nate Sherman with his engine issues, he was able to pull off. With his engine issues and not cause a further incident. He blew the engines just as he came on the pit road, and they did not waive the caution. Jacob Tube finished 23rd today. Last car on the lead lap. After getting turned by the 78. That obviously didn't do that. But when you'll think about it, he could have finished a lot lower if the 11 didn't have such a blistering lap. See the results scroll by on the top of your screen. Should remind you that Thursday from Chicagoland Speedway, qualifying coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern. I lied. Qualifying begins at 3 p.m. from Chicagoland for the SpongeBob SquarePants 400. And then at 7:30 p.m. Eastern is the Credit One Bank pre-race show served by Sonic. And then at 8 p.m., coverage of the telecast of the SpongeBob SquarePants 400 from Chicagoland Speedway. And then Sebring, obviously, is going to be that Sunday. And then Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol Motor Speedway. Friday night short track battle under the lights. Well, sure, we may have had a long rain delay, and it's almost 7:30 here on the East Coast, but here on the East Coast and 7:30 locally. But it's been a fun day. It was a wet day at Michigan, but we got the race in for once on its scheduled date at Michigan. Past 2 years, we haven't really been super lucky at that. But congratulations to the 11 of SportsCenter Cup Series. A huge weight has been taken off that team's chest. He will be in the chase, and we will see you Thursday on TNT from Chicagoland Speedway.